Oh, well, okay. Hello everybody, and welcome to, I guess, another video of Steven Draws. Obviously, I'm Steven, and I'm here to talk to you today about drawing bodies. And I've already gotten myself started with some heads and pogo, no, not pogo sticks, but some very important things that'll actually help you out. And it's just a few tips, nothing like drastic and things that'll actually help you a lot. I'm not saying that I'm some master artist or anything, but you know. All right, let's get started. So first, I my first tip is drawing a stick figure first. So if I drew, I want to say somebody's jumping in the air or they're floating in the air. I'll draw this, have their feet like that, and then have their arm like here, and their other arm like here, and their hand has some kind of magic over it, stuff like that. Some quick like that. But the thing is that if you want to go into detail, then you make it a bit smaller, give your body a bit more shape, get the proportions correct, like that, and then do something a little something like this. This is just really quick, but I think once you see it, you'll get the idea of what I'm going for. So first is, I guess, draw a stick figure would be very helpful. It helps you get the dynamic shape and starts your proportions correctly. Now another thing that you could do is draw with shapes. Now I don't mean draw with like a perfect circle and draw with a square and a bunch of squares, and this would be your final product. I'm saying that you could start off like this, give your character neck, body, something like this, give them that actually supposed to be the shoulder, then give them the bicep and tricep, then get the forearm, and then get the hand. And I just used a few ovals, triangle shape type stuff, and then put it in the position that you want their arm to be. If you do that, it ends up being more effective, and it actually helps you get the proportions right not the first time, but you end up getting it a lot faster than when you try to draw something really specific. And see, I didn't draw my crosshairs, so now that drawing was completely out of proportion. Okay, that was just ugly, but you know what I mean. Now, another tip is don't draw with, don't look for the head to be a perfect circle. So most artists, they end up using that perfect circle that you see them draw as like a start off point, and they use the crosshairs to get the spot to know where the ears go, eyes, nose, mouth, and then this is where they know the hair will stop, so they start drawing the hair over that, you know. But they don't use the circle as the head for the finished product. Others end up drawing the circle, and then they end up erasing a little bit and changing the head, making it look like a potato, something like that, and then they make the bottom flat, give them a jawline, and then the ear, so it looks more like a hexagon or something like that. But what I'm saying is that you shouldn't look to just make it a perfect shape. That looks so weird. Perfect shape, you have to be able to make it look a bit more realistic and a bit more believable, even if you're drawing a cartoon type situation. Let's see, any other tips that I have? Actually, no, I already said that. Be simple, base, and break it down. Those are very important. I think that's all I got. Now on to a very important part, drawing bodies. Now, this is what I was coming up with before. There's a bunch of different types of bodies that you got. There is the ice cream cone, I guess you could call it. There's the hourglass, that's more directed towards the lady figures that you end up drawing because of the hips and stuff like that, proportions and anatomies. I'm not really very, let's say, educated on that particular idea of anatomy, but I still know a little bit about it, and that's why I just wanted to tell you guys it. And then there's the, depending on the type of character you're going for, there could be the trapezoid, and then there's the upside down trapezoid over here. Trapezoid can end up being like maybe like a more muscly, or actually no, that's more like the heavier type character. Whereas if you want a more muscly character, you end up drawing like the ice cream cone, and then you change the position and rotate the shoulder line, so you can end up drawing like that. Oh wait, no, oops, sorry, that's wrong. You end up drawing like that, and then do that. So that it'll look more dynamic depending on how you want to draw the face and stuff like that. Because I've done it that way. Okay, there you go. Where you draw the strong guy's arm farther away from his body over here, and then you draw his other arm closer to it, so it looks like he's standing shoulder towards you. And it does make them look much nicer. And this all comes back to drawing with more shapes and breaking down your design in your head so that it's easier to draw, get the proportions right, and make the character more believable in the audience's eyes. Now, I think that's all I can really give you at the moment. I think that's going to be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll be sure to answer any questions or try to do any requests that you guys have in the comments. And be sure to check the description, because I put in some important stuff that people actually don't end up seeing in the description. It's quite important. It's important. And I guess I'll see you later.